That's what we've done there. We've absolutely mozzed him. Kicked a beautiful goal in that first term. Now he's missed a couple of potentially easier ones there, as Brewer will bring it out from full back, goes straight up the ground. He's looking for and almost finding there Farcioni. Does find him in the end because it's a free kick. Caruso comes in to find his brother as well. So Caruso to Caruso. On this occasion, it's Nat Caruso on the end of the chain. He goes bang from 40. And don't the home supporters love that one?
Hello and welcome to a brand new edition of EDFL Web TV. My name is Adem Saricaoglu. We're back here, of course, at the Pascoe Vale Hotel, the home of EDFL Web TV. Season 2016 is starting to take shape now. We've got one remaining undefeated team in each of our three senior divisions. On the weekend, Moonee Valley and Strathmore Community Bank Division 2 proved too good for East Keilor. As a result, it is the Valley that remain undefeated on top of the ladder at 5-0. In Essendon Ford Division 1, it's all about Craigieburn. Perhaps as expected, they remain undefeated at 5-0 as well. And in Strathmore Community Bank Premier Division, our EDFL match of the day was up at Section Road. It was Greenvale taking on Keilor. The winner was to remain undefeated on top of the ladder, and it was Keilor too good by 7 points in the end. Highlights of that are coming up later in the show. We'll start this week's edition of EDFL Web TV though with the Essendon Doutta Stars Football Club. A big couple of weeks coming up on and off the field for Douttas. They've been okay on the field so far this season in 2016 in Premier Division. They've been pretty good. They've been competitive coming up from Essendon Ford Division 1. Big game against West Coburg this weekend. Off the field, they're celebrating 70 years of existence this year, Essendon Doutta Stars. They've got a big 70th anniversary function coming up on May 20. For those reasons, we sent the cameras out to Nipper Jordan Oval earlier in the week, and we caught up with a couple of their on-field and off-field stars. Here at Nipper Jordan Oval with Marcus Calvaresi. Marcus, welcome to EDFL Web TV, mate. 5 weeks into the season now, the boys have jumped up to Premier Division after the grand final last year, Essendon Ford Division 1. You guys won the flag. How have the boys found the jump up to the new level so far this season?
Yeah, so far it's been a good transition from B grade to A grade. I mean, we've had a really big pre-season, which you really need in A grade. I mean, the competition is so big, they're so fit. I mean, you've got to prepare really well. But so far it's been so good.
And, well, obviously when you get promoted, you need a recruit, and Douttas were pretty big over the summer. Tell me about some of the new teammates that you do have at the club. Hartwig, Jamie Allen, Pfeiffer, some of these guys that have come in and been able to have an early impact.
Yeah, I mean, they've been great. I mean, they've really bought in since pre-season. I mean, really not missing any sessions, just they've bought into our culture really well, so it's been kind of easy for them to just fit in. On field, they've been awesome. I mean, Tyson Hartwick just holding up our back line, and we got some really key, important midfielders in Fife and Allen. Yeah, they've been awesome.
Big win against Airport West last week. So the boys, I guess, are in pretty good form at the moment. Big test, though, this week against West Coburg. The game's been moved to Shore Reserve as well, so that ground itself offers up a fair few challenges. It's EDFL match of the day as well. So I guess us and the media team are thinking it's going to be a close matchup. How about internally for Douttas? What are you expecting against West Coburg?
No, internally we know what we're going to expect from West Coburg. It's going to be a hard, tough, physical game. Small ground, so it's going to be really tight, physical kind of affair. We'll prepare well Tuesday, Thursday, and yeah, we know we know how we're going to how they're going to come up. So just got to be ready for a strong West Coburg outfit. Marcus
Calvaresi, every player on EDFL Web TV gets the Sportsmoves hoodie, mate. So there's one coming your way. Winter's not too far away. It's been a bit drizzly lately, so it might be a really good time to have that hoodie. So thanks for joining us on EDFL Web TV. Good luck against West Coburg. Here with Essendon Doutta Stars Treasurer John Breen. Johnny, welcome to EDFL Web TV, mate. It is a big couple of weeks coming up for Essendon Doutta Stars Footy Club. 70 years, a big anniversary. Tell us what's happening.
Thanks, Adam. Well, yes, we've been around 70 years. We've got a big function, expecting over 400 past players, officials, current players and so on. So, yeah, it should be a big night on Friday, 20th of May.
Obviously, one of the more important functions that the club's probably had in recent memory. Tell us why this one's going to be so important, why it's going to be so big.
Yeah, well, we've managed to track down a chap who turns 91 tomorrow that played in the first year of the club. We've got a guy Sam Beardmore, who played in the first 4 premierships at the club from 1948 to 51. Got a couple of other guys that are well into their 80s that are going to be there. As well as that, we've sort of got blokes from a very strong era of the 50s and 60s that won lots of premierships. On top of that, we've got Kevin Sheedy coming along, just to sort of add a bit more spice to the night. So expecting a really big night.
Premiership seems to be the theme, mate. Was it 20 senior flags now that the club's won, including last year's
Yes.
Essendon 4 Division 1 flag, and going not so bad this year in Premier Division so far. So in the next 70 years, how many more flags do you reckon Douttas can add to the tally? Can we get another 20?
Yeah, I think we've been a bit light on over the recent years, so yes, we're hoping. We did do back-to-back from B grade to A grade back at the late 90s, so we're hoping we might be able to sort of emulate that again.
John Breen, thanks for joining us on EDFL Web TV. Big night coming up for the Essendon Doutta Stars Football Club, celebrating 70 years. A big thank you there to Marcus Calvaresi and John Breen for joining us on this week's show. As we mentioned, May 20 is the big celebration, 70 years of existence for Essendon Doutta Stars, and of course a big week coming up on the field. They take on West Coburg. The game's being moved to Shore Reserve. It's no longer at Coburg City Oval, so that EDFL match of the day will be coming to you from Shore Reserve, West Coburg versus Essendon Doutta Stars this weekend. On to this week's highlights segment, and well, it was a shootout at Section Road. Our EDFL match of the day was Greenvale versus Keilor. Both clubs went into the game at 4-0. Only one could come out undefeated. That was Keilor in the end. This was a real shootout. We couldn't fit all 39 goals into this highlights package, but here are the best of them. Section Road for the first time in 2016. That's where we are today as Greenvale host Keilor. This is a bumper clash in Strathmore Community Bank Premier Division. It's the Jets going to the northern end as Brewer sends it inside 50, and straight away Trent Shinners takes the mark, left forward pocket. It's a well-covered pocket though, with all the wildlife just blocking out a lot of the wind. The kick was sort of hovering around that left post the whole way, but it's good for a goal.
In Big Brown, who was best on ground last time we called this side. He handballs across back to Barbudo, who'll go forward now. Chips over the top. He's found a man all on his own at half forward as well. Streams inside the 50. Shot on goal and he's dobbed it.
Still managed to clear the ball out. Kennedy was lurking, came off hands. Here's a chance for the Blues again from just beyond 50. It's an empty square as well. That's 2 in a minute for Keilor.
Gets smothered off the boot, but he's Josh Linton there, his teammate, helps him out, kicks it forward, and a nice mark taken over, running with a fly to the ball as well from Nick Davidson. He's about 50 metres out. He's going to wheel out onto that right boot, and he likes his chances. He's roosted it from 55, and it's snuck in, and he's happy with that, and why wouldn't you be? Potentially easier ones there, as Brewer will bring it out from full back, goes straight up the ground. He's looking for and almost finding there Farcioni. Does find him in the end because it's a free kick. Caruso comes in to find his brother as well. So Caruso to Caruso. On this occasion, it's Nat Caruso on the end of the chain. He goes bang.
Now Thompson will mark. He's got some space. Left half forward. Just sets it for the square. I reckon that's Zumbo on the end of it. It's out the back. It's in fact Nick Marrick. Takes the mark. Steps around a Keilor player that was on the deck. Easy goal for the Jets, and they're back in front.
But doing really well to chip in there and cut it off. Ends up in the hands of DeLuca. He goes to lower. He's been brilliant so far today. He handballs it out wide. Alloy.
Too easy.
Goes to Caruso, who kicks a goal.
He's going to sweep it up. Winning ball by hand. Farcioni sets it up. High ball for the square for the Jets. Out the back. Lower couldn't mark. Thompson at the back. Kicks a goal for Greenvale.
Played almost 30 minutes, guys. As Ken Pisano brings it out from full back, but I was going to throw it to you, Chief, but he's turned it over. And it is a goal to Nick Davidson.
Jets yet to touch it. Guy Barbudo went wide, and now Keilor go inside 50. It's a high left footer. Galea's been very quiet today. It went over his head yet again. It won't matter. Goal coming up for the Blues. It looks like Ryan Baffy from here.
He called it, Chief, at half-time when I asked you how far up they need to be. And they can't afford to miss shots like that, but they are given another chance here. Take an intercept marked at half forward there is Josh Linton. He winds up on the right boot. He kicks it beautifully from just outside 50.
and really got near that ball. DeLuca
Oh.
came crashing through, fed the ball out for Caruso, then got it to Nat. Now Sato gets boot to ball. It's in the pocket. Trying to reel it in was Thompson. Got a kind bounce, Jacob Thompson. Stepped one way, then the other, and dribbled a goal. A big one for Greenvale.
Mickey McGuan's team inspired after half-time, and they're going forward yet again. Quick kick inboard, and Galea, he's on the end of it again. We were just talking about how quiet of a day he's had.
To the Keilor ball carrier at the moment.
In comes Dean Galea up for his third goal this quarter. He kicks it. He likes it off the boot.
Clear the ball out. We're on the outer wing. Section row. Time on third quarter. It's go time for both clubs. 13-point lead for Keilor, but Greenvale have the wind in the final term.
Oh.
Inside 50 against the run of play. Another shot on goal coming up for the Jets, and it's Marek. This will reduce it back to 7 points. Time on third quarter. Right foot, straight leg is good.
Every goal is worth 2 here for the Jets in this third term, as they are deep forward at the moment. Can they jag an all-important one? DeLuca flies early, follows it up with a nice tackle as well. Cartelli involved. Quick snap coming through though, and it's Sato who goes bang, and we were just talking about how crucial these goals are against the wind.
Big thank you goes out to all the clubs. We've now got live scores around all 13 games. Peps, is that correct?
That is correct,
What's
Chief.
happening in Div 2?
In Div 2, Keilor Park have started to kick away from Burnside Heights. They're up by 28 points now.
And we'll just cut you off there for the moment, Peps. Gordis goes bang and kicks a goal for Keilor. In front of Mick McGuan, went toward half forward. Good promising build-up by the Blues. They've got it to 50. And now Galea, who has patrolled this left forward pocket all quarter. He's kicked 4 already for the term. Almost 30 minutes have ticked by. This is a very important kick to make the margin 13 points as he threaded that one beautifully. He has. Dean Galea has 5 in the third quarter, and the margin 13 points on EDFL match of the day. Umpire was screaming play on. How many times did we hear it?
Yeah, no,
3 or 4 times, and he just stood there and did nothing. It's completely fair enough.
But as we said originally, though, it was stiff to get called to play on in the first place. As a mark has been paid now, in he comes. In the number 32, he starts it right. It straightens up beautifully. Keilor strikes first in this last quarter.
For Greenvale in his eyes, so he wants his defenders Lee Burke and Michael Tanner to play in front of them and engage and not allow them to run and jump at the footy.
Quick clearance for the Jets inside 54. Caruso got him in there. Marek for the quick reply. One bounce and it's home.
Kicks it out wide. He's been pretty good so far today for them as well. Finds last year's BNF winner, Barbudo. He handballs back to Joyce. Joyce handballs over the top. He's found a man on his own. I reckon it might be Bathy, who kicks.
Wow.
A beautiful goal. Needs to make the most of this one, Chief.
3 for the day so far for Trent Shinners. 45-degree angle, same distance in metres. He comes in now, right football. Just a high lob, really. He wants the wind to do the work. He kicks a goal, and we're 2 kicks away from a level game here at Section Road. And Caruso is going to take it, but he's on a tough angle. Wants to improve his angle now. Kicks on its way. Is that coming back? It is! Looked like it was headed for the goalpost. It just went left to right at the right moment.
Man over the back flying was Barbudo. Finds himself in defence now, but it ends up Caruso. Can he get boot to ball now? Runs to the top of the square. Snaps it over his shoulder. He's kicked the last 2 goals of the contest.
I think it's going to hold up here.
I'm amazed that no one's actually making leads further down play.
Unless, of course, the wind has died off. As Bathy comes in now. That's a mongrel. That's going to fall well short. Farcioni didn't mark, though. A crucial fumble. Quick snap! And Luke Cartelli puts Keilor back in front.
And unfortunately, on that occasion, Gordis was not able to get any dough. And they could be about to pay for it here as Caruso kicks it forward. At half forward, King overruns it. Coming through, though, Marek. He handballs it out to Thompson. Thompson had too many men to beat, though. And coming through there is Thomas. Thomas takes on a tackler, but he can't beat him. And Marek, who's already kicked 3 in this game, putting his hand up for the hoodie late.
West Coburg have a 7-point lead over Avondale Heights, 94-87.
Bathy takes the mark. Too far out to score for the Blues. Up by 13 points. If they get another goal here, it's just about over. Here they go. Shot on goal is good.
Sorry, it's Noy. Noy then switches to the other side of the ground. Fly over the top, lower. Sportsmoves hoodie, mark of the day there. Absolutely. Now Shinners Kicks it long. They need a mark, and they need it in this passage. This time it's Thompson staying at ground level, and he's won a free kick. In he comes, wasting no time at all. They need this goal if they're any chance. He comes in, kicks it. There's still life in the Jets yet.
26 gone, final term, 13 points in there, streaming forward, a high kick for goal. Galea is going to take a chest mark in the goal square.
Ho-ho!
They only need a couple of half chances to go their way, and then they can just tear a game apart.
Dean Galea kicks the goal. Probably Greenvale's best today. Swings around onto the right boot. Lead is coming from Shinners.
Great kick.
He takes the mark. Then if there's any time at all left, hurry up and kick it. There's a possibility for goal number 4 today, Shinners. We're now beyond 30, final term, right football. This has to be a goal.
Kicked it.
And it is. Well, they definitely are, but they haven't faced Abbas yet. That'll happen second half of the split round. Who's been best on in red, white and blue today, gentlemen?
Oh, there's a lot of guys with their hand up. The siren goes, and it is a 7-point win to the Keilor Footy Club.
So in the end there, a 39-goal shootout and Keilor get out on top, a 7-point win to remain undefeated in season 2016. Have the Blues come of age? It's a question we posed to Mick McGuan post-game on EDFL radio. He did say that they have matured a lot in season 2016. That's where the improvement has come from for the Keilor Football Club. On to this week's EDFL Match of the Day, live from 2 p.m. on 98.9 Northwest FM and EDFL team app. It is West Coburg taking on Essendon Doutta Stars, a game that was originally scheduled for Coburg City Oval that's now being moved to Shore Reserve. You can listen to it on EDFL team app and of course 98.9 Northwest FM, 2 p.m. on Saturday. That is not the only game that's been moved from its original venue either. In Essendon 4 Division 1, Craigieburn will now take on Glen Roy at DS Aiken Reserve. We'll see if the Roys can do anything up against the so far dominant Craigieburn Football Club. Of course, don't forget about EDFL tonight, live on a Wednesday evening, 6 p.m. on 98.9 Northwest FM and EDFL team app. That's where you get all your EDFL debate, discussion and phone guests as well. If you can't listen live, then the podcast goes out of EDFL tonight every Thursday afternoon on the EDFL's SoundCloud channel. Of course, don't forget the record this weekend. That's going very well. Plenty of written content in there for you on game day. And EDFL team app is how you can get all the live scores. Whatever's happening around the grounds on a Saturday afternoon, if you want to know what's happening in all 13 games, that is where you can go check out all the live scores. We're 5 rounds in. Hopefully round 6 is going to be another bumper one for the EDFL. Of course, we've got Interleague coming up. That's in round 7 for Essendon 4 Division 1 in Strathmore Community Bank Division 2, May 21st. It's going to be at Windsor Hill. Premier Division's having the week off, of course. It's us against the Goulburn Valley Football League. We're very much looking forward to that, but we've got to get through round 6 first before we start getting stuck into the Goulburn Valley. That's going to be a huge clash at Windsor Hill for the under-18s and the seniors. For now, though, enjoy round 6. We'll see you next week.